Furniture First got started in 1994. There was a group of 5 independent home furnishings retailers who wanted to start a group and band together to fight against the giant home furnishing chains that were becoming very dominant in the early 1990s. We look for members that are over $2 million in sales. They're established home furnishing stores. They're full-line furniture stores. They have approximately 30,000 square feet. They have a good credit rating, and they want to participate in our organization. That led to the 217 company members that we have today, representing about 465 stores, doing $1.7 billion.
I'm one of the 5 founding members. I needed help in my business. What Furniture First has provided for me is it's given me the ability to buy better. It's given me the ability to network with other members in other cities, states. And it's also helped me see the big picture in the furniture industry, where I used to be just one guy, but now I'm hooked up with all these guys everywhere. We can really see the big picture better together.
In 1994, we started out with 6 chartered supplier partners. I feel like it's my job is to bring the buyers and the sellers together for their mutual benefit. And that mutual benefit is profitability.
When I go in to see a new supplier partner, they don't just see me, just the one store. They see the group. They see all of us, 200 plus of us. It's the power of the group.
We've grown to over 120 service supplier partners to service our home furnishings members.
One of the main things that we've discovered is it opened our eyes to different types of merchandising and different product lines. Over the years, we've kind of stayed with the same people over and over, and it really opened our eyes to different lines that we've never seen at market. And then getting to know a lot of the members, we've learned a lot of tips and little secrets about the industry of lines to go find and search out.
One of the benefits I enjoy at Furniture First is the networking. To be able to go into another space at market and see someone with a Furniture First lanyard and be able to say, hey, what works for you here? And they tell you. Or if I have a problem back at the store, pick up the phone and call somebody and they got the answer for me. We have our general membership meetings, annual symposiums. We have a lot of times where we can get together and network together, and that element has been invaluable for me in my business.
We all have commonalities. We have common concerns, we have common problems, we have distribution problems, we have concerns with maybe our staff at home, and this organization brings experts and professionals to the table so that they can help us through this particular situation. In addition to all this wonderful thing, we also get discounts and we also get some rebates.
In 2015 and beyond, our goals would be to bring more value to our supplier and service partners. We want to develop more marketing plans between our suppliers and our merchandisers from Furniture First. We want to do more direct billing with them as well. And when needed, we'd also like to do more central billing. We also wanted to find more best sellers for both the geographical areas as well as national regions.
The thing that makes Furniture First is that you grow. You grow as a person, you grow as a company, and about the time you think that you've figured things out, you realize how much you need to learn. And what's beautiful about this is the people in this group want to help you grow because you're all in it together. So I don't even think it's a tough decision. The quality of the group, if it's furniture you're interested in, Furniture First is a great group for you.
One of the more important benefits of Furniture First is the 16 dedicated full-time staff members that we have that service both our supplier partners and our member stockholders.
One of the main reasons of our success and longevity is because of our core values: honesty, trust, integrity, between our members and our supplier partners.
I think what has surprised me the most about Furniture First over the many years is the amount of retailers who have come up and said these words. You know, Bill, I just don't know if I'd be in business today if it wasn't for Furniture First.
Since 1994, the furniture industry has really changed. My business has really changed. But if it hadn't been for Furniture First and my involvement with them, I wouldn't be in business today.
On behalf of our 217 member stockholders of Furniture First, we would like to thank IHFRA for selecting us as Retailer of the Year.
At this time, I'd like all the members of Furniture First that are here tonight to please stand up and be recognized, and Bill Hartman to come up and collect the award, please.
Thank you, Matt. Good evening, fellow honorees, independent representatives, suppliers, members, and guests. First, I wish to extend a big congratulations from Furniture First to Ed Myers, Todd Wanick, Ray Allegrezza. It's a privilege and an honor to share this night with you. I would like to thank the IHFRA Board of Directors and staff for executing this Furniture Industry Awards Gala. The amount of work, coordination, and communication is monumental. And from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for making this a truly beautiful evening. Furniture First is one of the youngest buying groups in the home furnishings industry, even though you might be looking at some old guy up here. Our membership criteria consist of full-line furniture stores, selling medium-low to medium-high quality, with great credit, minimum of 5 years in business, and doing at least $2 million in volume, and we're geographically exclusive. Following the criteria over the last 20 years has placed Furniture First into one of the most sought-after buying groups in the country. We certainly turn away more stores than we accept. 1 year ago, at the April 2014 market, we celebrated our 20th anniversary gala right here at the Grand Over Hotel, with over 350 people representing service partners, supplier partners, representatives, and members. It was our way to say thank you to all those special furniture people that helped us to become successful. As we all know, operating a successful organization is all about the people, and we're very lucky to have some of the finest people working at Furniture First. I don't have enough time to mention everyone, but I would like to present some of our tenured staff. Amanda Daubert, Vice President of Administration, Ryan Felix, Director of Websites, Lark Shirley Stevens, Vice President of Communications, Andrew Kaufman, Vice President of Sleep Products, and I would like to point out the person who deserves an enormous amount of credit for making us successful is Shelley Bird, our VP of Services and Meeting Planning, who's been with us 20 years at Furniture First. I thank you all for your professionalism. I don't want to forget Ron Page, who was Senior Director of Merchandising and who recently retired at the end of 2014, and he's with us tonight. Together, these 6 special people represent over 70 years of service to Furniture First. The retail member owners of Furniture First are ecstatic and honored to receive this Retailer of the Year award, and they're thankful for the recognition. One thing that Ron Page and I learned very early on is that we need to get the independent representatives involved in growing our supplier partners in business. For all those reps who have helped Furniture First over the years, we salute you, we applaud you, and we thank you. In our 21-year history as a buying group, One of our goals has always been to match up buyers and sellers. So the factory, the marketing companies, the representatives, Furniture First, and our member stockholders can all win. The Retailer of the Year award, it's not about me. It's not about my staff. It's not about our current board of directors. The success of Furniture First is owed to so many important furniture people. Retailers that became members, suppliers who became partners, and the reps that kept the programs rolling. Treating each other with integrity, honesty, and respect was always our mission at Furniture First. I was always proud of the fact that if a supplier partner overpaid us, and you do, one of the first things we do is write you a check right back. Furniture First, as the video said, consists of 217 companies, retailers, representing about 460 stores, with sales exceeding $1.7 billion. Our core competency is mattresses and home furnishings. One of the comments that supplier partners always say to me is, Bill, your job is like herding cats. How do you do it? My usual reply is one claw at a time. The next comment I hear so much is that your members are some of the nicest furniture people in the country, and they are. And they are great to work with. My usual response is I say thank you, and I say I guessed right about 85% of the time on members. It's up to my members to figure out if you're part of that 15%. In closing, I wish to thank IHFRA for this incredible honor. We are grateful and humbled. This is a fabulous industry, and you are all fabulous furniture people. And it's my privilege to work with you and accept this award on behalf of our members. I do want to just introduce one person who I did not know was coming. My wife of 21 years, Cindy Hartman. Please stand. What a wonderful surprise. Thank you. God bless you all, and thank you.
At this time, I'd like to bring Jeff Weed up to the stage, everybody. Jeff?
Hi, everybody. There's a lot of payback going on right now. A lot of payback. Good evening, everybody. Sorry I couldn't get more Ashley folks here. They just weren't available. It's too bad. Could have had a better turnout. Before we move on to our current, this year's honoree for Pillar of the Industry, I think it's appropriate we acknowledge previous honorees who are attending the gala tonight. Would the following folks please stand? Kevin Souter, Kevin O'Connor, Michael Amini, Ron Wanick, and Jeff Cook. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Not a bad crew to be associated with. Tonight, we're going to add Todd Wanick's name to the Pillar of the Industry list. You've heard of him. That's good. That's a good place to start. The Pillar of the Industry is IHFRA's acknowledgement of a person who exemplifies the best about our industry, whose actions and achievements within the industry are outstanding, but also whose actions and achievements in the communities that serve the industry is also outstanding. Tonight's honoree Todd cut his teeth in the business, and he took on what I would call a rather intimidating task, a rather hard act to follow. He continued a tradition of growth and expansion at Ashley as CEO while working through one of the worst recessions this country's seen in 100 years. When Todd took over the day-to-day responsibilities of CEO of this company, it was $1 billion company. It took us about 25 years to get to $1 billion. And it took Todd 14 years to get to $4 billion. It's an extraordinary achievement. And anyone who works for Ashley currently or has worked for Ashley, I see a lot of friends who've worked with Ashley in the past, know that the best is yet to come. That really this is just the beginning. Todd probably doesn't remember this, but I remember it vividly because it was the first time I met Mr. Wanek. It was my second day in the industry. It was 1997. And I was honestly rather ambivalent about the furniture business. I did not know if I could do it, and frankly, I did not know if I wanted to do it. And so I was up in Arcadia, and Ron was giving us a tour of the plant, and I'd already embarrassed myself 3 or 4 times by asking really bad questions. And so I just decided, that's it. I'm going to hang back. No one's going to hear from me again. I'm going to be in the back of the room the whole time. So we're going through a tour of the plant, and Ron's near a router, and he's talking, and I just sort of drift back, and there's this crew of engineers working on some machine, and I didn't know what it was, and there's this guy down there. And so I just start talking to him, and I say, hi, I'm Jeff Weed. I'm brand new from Chicago. And he says, I'm Todd. He goes back to work. I thought, that's a kind of strange attitude for an engineer to have, and I said, what are you working on? He sort of gave me another terse answer and went back to work. And I said, oh, okay, well, who's this Todd guy? He's like Cher or Madonna. He's got one name. I don't know what that means. So I just said, well, it's time to get back to work. And I turned around, and the entire tour had stopped. For probably the last minute, they were just all staring at me like, wow, this kid is not going to make it. I mean, and Ron just gave me a wink and sort of said, I see you met Todd. I said, okay, now it's all coming together for me. So now I'm really, not only am I not going to ask any questions, I'm just not going to look around. I'm just going to, follow around blindly as best I can. But that experience for anyone who works for Ashley is pretty common. To walk around a factory with Todd Wanek is to watch a man in his environment, truly. It's to see a man who's truly connected to his employees, including the people who are just starting out. The aspirations of the workers at Ashley are matched by Todd's enthusiasm to see them grow and to become leaders. It's not uncommon to have people who are now traveling the world running billion-dollar divisions to have started on the shop floor, to have started delivering furniture, to have started in product design, and now are affecting the lives of tens of millions of people worldwide. And that's still part of the American dream, and it's extraordinary. I agree. But outside the business world, Todd and Karen, his wife, have made major contributions to fields as diverse as medicine, leadership, entrepreneurial mentoring, higher education, support of communities in distress during natural disasters. The City of Hope has honored Todd for his contributions to pediatric cancer research, and Todd and Karen have founded the Todd and Karen Wanek Family Program for Hypoplastic Left Heart Syndrome up at the Mayo Clinic. When floods ravaged the towns along the Mississippi River, or when a tornado strikes in Tupelo, Mississippi, Todd and Karen are the first ones in with the Red Cross, helping people, just helping people. And that's extraordinary as well. Todd is also hard at work creating the Wanek School of Leadership to do exactly what I described earlier, to give everyone who wants to start at Ashley and work their way through the system a chance. And it's extraordinary. But if you really want to understand how passionate Todd and his dad are about this industry, just think about this for a second. They've done okay. They've done pretty good. They could stop right now. They're currently at work in Advance, North Carolina, building the largest furniture facility in the world, investing in tens of millions of dollars. I'm good at embarrassing myself, so I'll tell you one more quick story. We were in a meeting in High Point a few years back, And we're in a fairly consistent problem we've had at Ashley in the past where our sales have exceeded what the factory can produce. And Todd was not real, never happened once, but Todd was not real happy with our end of it. And he told the sales force in no uncertain terms that we had not we sort of sandbagged him. We hadn't really told him what we were going to do. We held back a little bit. And now the production needed to catch up. And he was letting us know that our role was not acceptable in sandbagging. And he got a little terse, and he looked at me and he said, You're me, Jeff Weed, what do you do? And I panicked. And I said, if I'm you, I retire. It was not the right answer, by the way. That was not the right answer. But we laughed about it, and just as the first day I met Todd Wanick and he went right back to work on his router, Todd went right back to work on the problem. The idea of retiring or slowing down is not in the game plan. We have a short video from Renaissance that I think you'll really enjoy, and then we'll give away some hardware.
So Ashley Furniture started in 1945. That was the original Ashley. My dad became involved in 1970 with a company called Arcadia Manufacturing Organization. Arcadia Manufacturing made product for Ashley Furniture, and what they were making at that point in time was primarily speaker cabinets and what we call the Archie Bunker TV set, which had a stereo on one side, radio on the other side, and a TV in the middle. That business started evolving and changing in the early 1970s, and that switched all the plastic, and then he started manufacturing furniture in the early 1970s. And since that time, our company's gone through 12 rebirths, or 12 reinventions. Many of those reinventions are based on product, like we brought out bedroom furniture, we developed an import line, we brought out upholstered products, and now mattresses. So we've got a full line of product that we produce for the marketplace. I never had a desire to do anything else but the furniture business. It's been my passion ever since I was 6 years old. My dad has always come home and had a positive attitude about work. My mom would always say whenever he left for work, she would say, have fun today. And whenever he was going on a trip, have fun. And that was a big part of how she raised us. She made a positive impression on us about the furniture industry and what he was doing. So it created a lot of excitement around the industry and around the business. So that's one of the reasons why I've always really never looked at anything else. My first job at Ashley Furniture was actually cleaning bathrooms. So I was able to clean bathrooms. I was able to do many things at Ashley Furniture, including working on the assembly lines, loading trucks. So I've been involved in almost every aspect of the business personally, with a dirty fingernails approach where I was able to get into the details to understand exactly how the operations ran. One of the earliest things that I did once I graduated from college was I went overseas for 5 years. I worked in Taiwan, I worked in Hong Kong, and my wife and I were both over there for that period of time, and I was able to get involved in a company called Ashley Taiwan, which was a joint venture organization for us in Taichung, Taiwan, and that was an exciting business, and it was my first experience with Asia. We then sold that business in the late 1980s and went over to China and started setting up trading companies for China, for Vietnam, and many other parts of the world we started doing business with and still do business with today. Then in 1994, I came back to the United States with my wife, and we started an upholstery operation in Ecru, Mississippi, which is still one of our biggest operations and one of our biggest factories that we're all very proud of. And that facility was our linchpin to be able to go into the marketplace and to grow our business to what it is today. Ashley's evolved a lot over the last 30 years. We have 5 regional super plants located throughout the United States that are in a really strong position to service the marketplace. We also invest in a lot of technology throughout our company. We've invested in robots and higher tech equipment. We've also invested in websites. We've invested in technology to really make sure that we can cover all the touch points for our customers. Well, I think that there's many people that have been involved in helping me be successful. You know, the most important person is my father, and the fact that he helped train and mentor me. And the one thing I've got to give him credit for is he had a lot of patience. I've made a lot of mistakes over the years, and he really helped me improve. And he's the type of person who'll just sit down with you and he'll talk with you and say, here's what you did right, here's what you did wrong, and he'll allow you to make mistakes, which is the most important thing you want in any mentor. So he's been very important, as is my mother, who obviously taught me about a positive attitude and always having a positive attitude, and the support I received from my wife. Karen and I have been married for 25 years. She has been extremely supportive over that 25-year period of time. Our children are named Cameron and Gabrielle. Cameron is just finishing up his education, his MBA at High Point University, and my daughter just started at High Point University. She's a freshman, and we're very proud of both of them because they've both been fabulous kids. They're very curious, and they're looking at ways to learn and educate themselves. So I'm very proud of the fact that I've had great mentors and great support over the years. We have 23,000 associates that work for our company worldwide, and that's a badge of honor for us. That's something we're very, very proud of as an organization. We also have 450 marketing specialists that are working in the marketplace every single day, bringing value to their retailers and doing a fabulous job with them on product, teaching them about product and education, as well as marketing materials. And I can't tell you how proud I am of the whole team that we have assembled at Ashley Furniture. It's a great organization and a great team, and what a positive attitude everybody has. What continues to drive me is the fact that organizations have to evolve. Organizations have to change. And one of the things that I take very seriously is my responsibility to everybody that's associated with Ashley Furniture. I wake up every morning and say, how do we get better? How do we do better? How do we improve? And that's a big part of my personal desire to make Ashley Furniture a stronger organization, not just today, but into the future.
Thanks again to the folks at Renaissance for doing such a fabulous job on that. Cameron, Karen, Gabrielle, on behalf of the whole Ashley family and the industry as a whole, we thank you for sharing Todd with us. His passion for the business is only exceeded by his passion and dedication to his family. Todd, please come to the stage and accept our award.
Boy, that is a tough act to follow, huh? I do remember that conversation in the factory too, Jeff. Thanks for reminding me. But Ashley team, you know, I've got to say, I was a little insulted by Mark Schul's comment about our distribution policy. How about you guys? Huh? Seriously. You know, I take exception to his description of how we do business. We have very, very high standards as a company, very high standards. And we will not sell a gas station if they don't have at least 3 pumps. That's the way it is, guys. Very high standards. But seriously, I want to thank everybody for joining us this evening, and certainly thank IHFRA for the fabulous award. I am tremendously touched and honored to be the recipient of the Pillar of the Industry Award. It is a fabulous thing to have. And you know, I've got to say, the marketing specialists with our company, we affectionately call you the marketing specialists, are some of the best in the world. They're world-class salespersons and world-class people. And I want to thank you for the great job that you do. And obviously, IHFRA adds a lot to you. And that's very important to make sure that that every company could be successful in our industry. The other thing I'm very honored by is the fact that we just have a great organization at Ashley Furniture. We have some of the best leaders that I can possibly think of, and it's absolutely one of the best teams that I've ever seen comprised, and I can't tell you how honored I am to be working with those individuals on a daily basis. So thank you, everybody that works for our company. It's really, really an honor. So, you know, one of the many things I was taught when I was growing up, and I talked about it in the video. By the way, did you like my mom's hairdo? Huh? And I actually had hair in that video, was to have a positive attitude. And you've always got to have a positive can-do attitude and always look at continuous improvement. How can you make things better? How can you perform better? And every day you wake up, you've got to ask yourself, what is the thing that we can achieve today? And that's a big part of what drives me on a daily basis. You know, I've been very supported over the years by a great family. My dad of over 50 years in the furniture industry, and I'm extremely proud of him for the job that he's done for Ashley Furniture. Please give him a round of applause. And of course, my mother, my sisters, my children, and my nieces and nephews are all involved in some form in the business. I'm very proud of the fact that we are a family business, and we're a business that believes in continually investing back into our company. And most of all, I'm proud to be associated with an individual that decided to marry me 25 years ago. Unlike Mark Schul, I've been married for 25 years. Yes, I have. Proud of that fact. But you know, my wife has traveled with me all over the world. all over the world. She's gone to Taiwan. She's gone to Hong Kong. We lived overseas for 5 years. And, you know, even when we came back, I had a rigorous travel schedule. I was moving around all the time. And my dad asked me one time, he said, well, how do you keep Karen happy? I said, well, there's one secret. Mark, what's that secret? That's not it. But anyway, he asked me, how do I keep Karen happy? And I said, well, I bribe her. I give her nice gifts, and, you know, I try to make sure that she's happy all the time, and I buy her things. And, you know, my wife, Karen's a very independent woman. She really is. Obviously, being pretty much alone for 25 years, she's had a level of independence. And she recently told me that I no longer need to buy her gifts or presents. She said she's capable of doing that herself. So I want to thank everybody for everybody that's here for this great honor. I want to thank IHFRA for this great honor. And I want to thank my family and everybody that's associated with Ashley Furniture. You have no idea how much this means to me, and you have no idea how much you mean to me. So thank you for all you do on a daily basis, and let's keep kicking some ass, okay?
You're not done with me yet. To award our last award of the evening, Mr. Tommy Leflin. Hello, I'm Tommy Lefline, Vice President of IHFRA. I'm a sales rep with Lexington Home Brands, and I've been in the furniture industry since 1974. I am honored to be presenting IHFRA's Past President's Lifetime Achievement Award to Ray Allegresa. The Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes an individual who has made significant and contributions to the industry throughout the course of their career. Through selfless acts and service, this recipient of the award has displayed the leadership traits to guide and mentor the future of the industry. The past presidents of IHFRA take great pleasure in presenting the first Lifetime Achievement Award today to Ray Allegresa. We are fortunate to have many of IHFRA's past presidents with us here tonight. Past presidents, would you please stand and be recognized for your outstanding service to our association? When the past presidents of IHFRA decided to create a Lifetime Achievement Award, Ray was in a class of his own, with absolutely no competitors. He was the man. Ray has spent over 35 years in the business publishing world and over 20 years with Furniture Today. Before that, Ray was editor-in-chief of the Hearst Business Publishing Division in New York City. He was also editor and bureau chief with HFN. Ray thought that when he retired last December, he was done. I believe it was 3 or 4 days later, he was back. However, his retirement was short-lived. He is now editorial director of Furniture Today's sister company, Casual Living. Ray has served on the boards of the City of Hope, Anti-Defamation League, and Help One Up, an organization that provides furniture for families in need. Ray is one of the most gracious and charitable people in the furniture industry, along with being one of the finest editors, with Clint Ingle as a close runner-up. Ray is a lead guitarist in the band Southern Chill from Asheboro, North Carolina. From blues, beach, country, and rock,
They play almost every hit you can imagine, plus their own original material. During the furniture market, Ray and the rest of the band entertain market goers at McPherson's Bar and Grill in Greensboro, and they donate the money that's raised that night to the City of Hope. Tomorrow, Ray will be playing at McPherson's along with his band. Ray's biggest joy comes from spending quality time with his little granddaughter, Izzy. He shares his love with his friends on Facebook almost daily. He is the perfect grandpa. He loves his sons. All four are here this evening. And one of his sons, Steve, is also in the furniture industry. He's a sales rep with Magnuson. At this time, I would like to present a short video about our esteemed honoree, Ray Allegreza.
Well, after I graduated high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. Actually, I did know what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be the next Eric Clapton, but he wasn't about to give it up and I wasn't good enough. So I went to school in Connecticut. I went to Western Connecticut University. It took me 6 years because I left twice to play with various bands. Got a degree in journalism and came out and needed a job. Picked up an ad in the New York Times, and ironically, it was for a video script writer at Ethan Allen. So my first job was in the furniture industry, writing video scripts for people who were going to be franchisees of Ethan Allen Gallery. So I guess I was destined even back then to be in furniture. Boy, the industry when I got in so many years ago was so different. It was the heyday. It was 10 and 11% gains each year. Life was good, and we all thought nothing was ever going to change. The one thing that I've learned in this industry is the only constant has been change. There wasn't an internet. There was no such thing as selling online, and if you explain the premise of online technology and told someone people would buy sofas based on a little screen in their house, they would have probably had you committed. To my mind, the best thing about the industry really are the people. It is a family, and like a lot of families, we can be dysfunctional as hell, but we are still family. The staff that I've had the opportunity to work with, people like Connie Lineberry, Kevin Castellani, there's so many, I could name them all. They live and breathe for this industry, and that they have made me better. I'm really proud of the level of work that we put out. I'm also proud of the fact that we early on got into video. And at the time, we didn't have money for a video camera, and I went out and bought a little flip camera, and the videos were terrible. They were the worst things ever. You know, speaking of the videos, people often ask me, did I have a favorite? And every one of them was a favorite, and I've been so fortunate. We've been able to bring you comments from Governor Pat McCrory, Senator Kay Hagan, Kathy Ireland, Candace Olson, Martha Stewart, Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, Jane Seymour. The list goes on and on. Sometimes I felt like I was kind of an editor at Hollywood Tonight as opposed to Furniture Today. And they were all gracious and they were all fun to work with. And that has been a real perk as another part of this job. I want to thank IHFRA for this award. I want to thank all of you for allowing me to be a part of your lives professionally and a part of your family all these years. And God bless you.
Please help me welcome tonight's honoree for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Let's give Ray a nice standing ovation. Come on up, Ray.
Hi, I'm Frank. No, I'm only kidding. Now, I look out at this room and all of you guys in it, and all habits die hard. I want to say, hi, I'm Ray Allegreza, editor of Furniture Today, and welcome to the Leadership Conference. But I want to thank Tommy and Kathy and Frank and everyone at IHFRA for this amazing honor and this amazing evening. I also want to congratulate Ed and Bill and Todd for their well-deserved recognition tonight. You have made each of us in the industry better. So I want to give you another round of applause and congratulations. This is really a surreal moment for me as I stand out here and look out at a room that's full and includes my family, my coworkers, and in a very real sense, my extended family, each of you. Because make no mistake, as I said in the video, we are family, and like most families, we don't always agree. We're far from perfect. We're probably pretty dysfunctional, but we're family nonetheless, and that gives us a special bond. I have to tell you, this Lifetime Achievement Award, while deeply gratifying, really kind of freaks me out a little bit. It has a pre-obituary sound to it, you know? In fact, I asked my friend Pedro Capó if he thought this award was your way of saying that I was not just old, but like really, really old. And you know, Pedro, he just looked at me and smiled, walked away, turned around and said, "Depends." So now I'm really upset. Thanks, Pedro. Well, whether it means it's all downhill for me from here or not, I have been around a long time. I've been in publishing all my life. I've been involved in the furniture business since the 80s. You know, and a lot of guys might begin by telling you the exact day and hour they got in the business, but I'm not going to be one of those guys, and here's why. It doesn't matter. What matters, at least to me, is that early on in my career, this industry got into me and became a part of who I am and really has never left. So much so, as you heard, that after retiring last December, I was back in a couple of days. I'll do anything to get an award. Now, this industry will do that to you if you love it and if you let it. You know, when I came to FT, I really thought my role and the role of the paper was to educate, enlighten, and teach you. And thanks to an amazing staff at Furniture Today, I think the paper does that every day in print and online. But the funny thing is that I look back over my career, I realized how much all of you and this industry has taught and mentored me. If I started naming individual names, we'd be here all night, and since I'm the only thing between you and the door, I'm not going to do that. But I do want to thank all the Kevin Castellanis of the industry for teaching me it's okay to fail, but it's not okay not to get up again and try. To the Ron Wannocks of the world for teaching me to think big and then do it, damn it. I want to thank all the Kevin Souders of the industry for teaching me that integrity really is about who you are and what you do when no one is looking. And to the Bob Marisiches and Michael Aminis of the world for teaching me to celebrate design, inspiration, and aspiration. To the Billy Wittenbergs of the world for having a dream and in making that dream a reality. And to the John Bassett's of the world and for our industry for having the courage of your convictions, even if it means standing for a time all by yourself. To the Martin Ploys for showing me and teaching me you can have the best jokes and still be the best at what you do. And to all my buddies at retail, the Capos, the Blumkins, Jake Jabs, thank you for teaching me that at the end of the day, it really is about delighting the consumer and that there are many different ways to do that. And to the Clint Angles of the world, thank you for teaching me that you can be humble and be the damn best at what you do. I want to thank my 4 sons, 3 who are here with me tonight, for teaching me about patience, perseverance, and overcoming adversity. And in particular, I love all 4 the same, but I want to thank Stephen and my lovely daughter-in-law, Angela, for giving me a damn perfect granddaughter, Izzy, and teaching me to change crappy diapers. And to the rest of my family sitting at the table, thanks for putting up with me, and you know who you are, Lee Chastain, and what you put up with a lot. And everyone in this room, thank you for teaching me that at the end of the day, this is a people business, and we are truly blessed with good people. You know, our furniture family's gone through some really tough times in 07 and in 08, but just like a family, we stuck together, we weathered the storm, and we survived. As Bob said earlier, and I agree, I think our best days really are ahead of us. And God willing, I plan to be here to watch them unfold with you. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you and thank IHFRA for an evening I will not forget. Thank you.
Having a good time? All right. I'd now like to call our new president, Frank Lorenzo.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, when Mr. Schul here talked about the drug thing, were you in the Echo showroom? You know, there's a couple of things that are very important to me, and family is one of them. As my president would say, here's the deal. I'll make it short and sweet. Some of you know me. You know I'm not very outspoken and a little timid at times. First, I'd like to thank God for my health, for my career, for my family. Ophelia, my wife of 30 years. I'd like to thank my children for always supporting me, I now have 2 of my boys and my daughter working with me on a daily basis, and that is really the true joy of my life. Our special family in High Point. This is a family. I have been coming here for over 25 plus years, and I have been attending some of these functions for 25 plus years. And the truth of the matter is, it is a family. And those of us who embrace it and understand it are all here. And I thank you all for that. I'm very proud and honored to be brought to IHFRA by Ray Iser a number of years ago, having the opportunity to work with an executive committee that is very, very talented. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Scharf, Mike Root, Matt Keepers, Jeff Weed, Tommy Leflin, Al David, and a few others that were just on the way out, Ed Myers. These are folks that not only can run an organization, ladies and gentlemen, but can actually run companies. These are very sharp individuals, and that's why they succeed in what they do. Truthfully, our days of better sales, of better family is ahead of us. I've always felt that the rep role is crucial in this industry, just absolutely crucial. Because you see, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing happens without an order. We get the orders. We go out and look for orders, and that's what our companies expect from us. And I'm very happy to be a part of that. We're also the eyes and ears, the heart and soul of the companies we work for. We are the pulse that checks what's going on in our respective territories. So IHFRA is about expanding the lives and raising the bar of professionalism to all our members, as well as bringing them friends and an extended family that they can network with. They can learn. I've learned a lot from a lot of reps all over the country. I have a lot of friends that are here sharing this joy with me today. And I can tell you one thing. I would like to thank, most importantly, back home Florida retailers, and I'm going to name a few of them: Hudson's, City Furniture, Rana Furniture, Canes, Mater Brothers, Bayers, and my obviously Cuban extended family, the Capot family, Eldorado Furniture. I want to recognize the companies that have paved the path in my career and that have taught me everything I know, and I continually learn. especially Ashley, who I was fortunate enough to be a part of from 1989 to 1993, and I'm very fond and appreciative of the opportunity. And finally, Michael Amini, my friend, my mentor. As you see, this is the new Michael Amini bow tie. We're going to bring it out in a couple of shows from now. We're working on this, guys, okay? My wonderful team back in Pico Rivera, who is not here with us today, a couple of hundred employees that take care of us daily, our overseas partners. Most importantly, I want to thank our honorees for accepting these honors and their contributions to this industry. I am very humbled by the fact that I've been nominated to be president of all our reps in the United States. To me, that is one of the highest honors that could be bestowed upon someone. Now, the two most important persons I want to bring up tonight are two folks that they're not on the limelight. They're not seen on an everyday basis, but they're known by everybody. I want to bring up Kathy Parks and Jennifer Silva, and I want to give them these beautiful ladies have put on this evening and just gone way beyond the expectations that we had of this wonderful function. So I can't tell you, Ray, how much we love you for writing history about the furniture industry for the past few decades. We love you for that. We appreciate what you've done for us. We put together a wonderful show for you tonight. I know it's late. I know some of us are getting ready to run out. But I would challenge you to stay here and see what the industry not only has as furniture salespeople. We not only sell furniture, ladies and gentlemen, we are talented artists. We have heart and passion about what we do. And I have a group of my peers that we have acquired and put together a wonderful group of musicians that will entertain you for the next hour. If you'd like to stay, please, I would encourage you to do so. My guys are coming up as we speak. Again, I'm very humbled at having this honor of being the president of IHFRA. I look forward to bettering and raising the bar of professionalism to every single rep in the country. And the future in IHFRA, just so you know, in the next year or so is 2,500 members, plus a ton of added new benefits to our members. Plus, we have benefits that some of the companies that are attending here today are taking advantage of. So IHFRA is not only about reps, it's about everybody that is interested in having a part of this industry, as well as the Hall of Fame, as well as the City of Hope I was in last night here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a family. We could not fit everybody that is interested in attending these functions all together in one room because we'd had to build a place. But the truth is that you are all special, you are all family of this industry, and we appreciate everything you all do for this industry, especially our honorees, our pillar, Ray Allegresa, Bill Hartman, Ed. Thank you so much for what you do for this industry. And I thank all the reps that took the time to come out here and sit with us and enjoy this evening. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we have the band coming up. And please enjoy the evening. We have a cash bar set up outside, and we'd love to spend some more time with you. Thank you very much.